Good morning, students. So today's topic is arithmetic. So look at a number representation. So we already know when we internally a computer system represents a number in the form of binary, because whatever we write the code, maybe in C language or Java or any language you write the program or any code, it at the end it is converted into binary, which consists of zeros and ones. Okay, so okay, so it's like when we the internal computer representation is a string of bits, consists of a string of bits. The bits can be maybe 4 bits binary number, or maybe it can be a 5 bits binary number, 3 bits, 6 bits, 7 bits binary number. Okay. So at the end, the internal representation of a computer is in the form of binary, and example of binary number is this one example. So you can see how many bits we have, around 4 plus 4, 8 bits we have. So the binary number is a combination of all zeros and ones. This is an example of binary number. Okay. So we already know when you take a string of binary bits, something like a B0, you can sub B0, B1 until Bn minus 1. And every bit, B0 is a bit, B1 is a bit, it will be 0 or 1. It can be 0 or 1. Only 2 numbers possible in every place. Okay. This is the n is the number of bits in the string, binary bit string. So a n-bit binary number can represent an unsigned integer value in the range. So if for example, I want to represent 4-bit binary numbers. So how many decimal numbers I can represent with 4 bits? So the total number of decimal numbers I can represent with a 4-bit binary is 0 to 2 to the power of n minus 1. This one we already seen. For example, if n is 4, that is with 4-bit binary number, how many decimal numbers I can represent? So it's 0 to 2 to the power of 4 minus 1. 2 to the power of 4 is 16, 16 minus 1, 15. So 0 to 15 decimal numbers I can represent with a 4-bit binary number. For example, n is 3, 3-bit binary number. 3-bit binary number, how many decimal numbers I can represent? So it's 0 to 2 to the power of 3 minus 1. So 2 to the power of 3 is its 8 minus 1. 0 to 7 I can represent with 3-bit binary number. So here is an example of n is equal to 4 in the next slide. If n is 4, that is I have a 4-bit binary. See, all are 4-bit binary. So with 4-bit binary, how many decimal numbers I can represent? So it's 0. The formula is 0 to 2 to the power of n minus 1 decimal numbers I can be represented with 4-bit binary. 4-bit binary. So it's 2 to the power of 4 is 16 minus 1. It's 0 to 15. So around 0 to 15. So 0 to 15 decimal numbers I can represent with 4-bit binary. Okay. So you can see all zeros. For 0 it's all zeros, for 1 it's 3 zeros and 1. You know, hope you know all this binary format. 3, 2, 0, 0, 1, 0, we call it as 2. 0, 0, 1, 1, 3, 0, 1, 0, 0, 4, 1, 0, 1, 5, 1, 1, 0, 6, and so on. This is the binary format. And remember, here we are dealing with all our positive numbers. We are assuming there is no sign here. No sign representation. Okay. Hope we had that done. So it's 8, 1, 0, 0, and 9 it's plus 1 plus 1. So every time we will add to get 0 to 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. And you know binary addition of 1. For example, 0, 0, 0, 1. If you add 1 to this one, it becomes 1, 0. 1 plus 1, 1, 0. Again 1, 1, 1. If you add 1 to this one, 1, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. So carry from here to here. So hope you already know this binary addition. So CR, do you already know this binary addition? I mean, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Right. So topic for the day is how do we represent negative numbers? Because generally without any sign, this is a format of representation. But when we want to represent, how do we represent negative numbers? If I, for example, how do I represent a maybe -4, -3, -2, -1? How do you represent these? Okay. So topic for the today is how do we represent negative numbers in a computer? That is numbers with some sign, numbers with negative sign and positive sign. So positive sign we already seen, but actually the question is how do you represent negative numbers like +5, sorry, -3, maybe -7. How do you represent? +2, +5 we already seen. So +2, +5 this is the same representation. +5 is same 0, 1, not 1. +2 is the same 0, 0, 1, 0. But how do we represent -5 and -2? Maybe -7 and so on. How do we represent? This is a topic for today. And how computer does additions or subtractions of these numbers. For example, I want to add -7 plus -3. I want to add these two numbers. I want to add these two numbers. I want to add these two numbers. How do I add? How I want to even subtract also, subtractions also. -7 minus -3. So -7 minus -3. So it is, we already know it's -4, right? So how computer does these additions and subtractions, how these additions and subtractions are implemented in the internal circuitry in hardware, how they are implemented, with what gates they are implemented. We have implementation like the XOR gates, AND OR gate, and so on. So how they are internally, how these additions, subtractions are. These are the topic for today's class. Okay. So we need to represent positive and negative numbers. So main question is the negative numbers. Positive we already know, we had seen. Negative numbers is the question. So to represent this positive and negative numbers, there are three systems for representation. So this positive and negative numbers we generally call as signed numbers. Numbers with sign. Okay. How they are represented in this way? Sign and magnitude. So these are the three different methods of representing the positive and negative numbers, or we can say the other name for positive and negative numbers is sign numbers. So for the sign numbers, the representation, these are the three different representations. So sign numbers can be represented with the sign and magnitude method, or with the ones complement method, or with twos complement. So all these three methods will represent the positive and negative numbers. And important thing is, in all these three represent the leftmost bit out of 4 bits, the leftmost bit, if it is 0, we call it as positive number, and if it is 1, we call it as negative number. So if the extreme left bit is 0, we call it as the number has positive number. If it is 1, we call it as negative number. Okay. So for example, 4 bits, 0, 3 ones. So it's the leftmost is 0. So obviously this is a positive number. For example, another example, 4 ones. All the bits are ones. So the leftmost bit is 1. So obviously it is a negative number. That is an example. Okay. Okay. So here you can see we already seen this one. We have 4 bits, and so on bits we have here. This is a binary representation. So these are all binary representations what we had seen here. So these are entirely binary representation I had taken. So entirely binary, this is the binary representation. B0, B1, B2, B3. Each bit, B represents a bit. B0, B0, B2, B3. And remember this B3, in out of all these 4 bits, the leftmost we call as MSB bit, most significant bit, MSB. This is the least significant bit. So remember this is most significant bit, that is the left extreme bit is the MSB in short. Okay, 0, 3 ones. So you can see these are the three representations. Already we discussed, like it's sign and magnitude is one method of representing the positive and negative numbers. Ones complement is another method to represent positive and negative numbers. Twos complement for positive and negative numbers. And remember, so these are the binary representations and their equivalent sign and magnitude, ones complement and twos complement representations. So when you look at this first one, binary representation, you can see 0, 3, 1s. This is the binary format. In sign magnitude, it is the same, 7. In ones complement, it is the same, and here also it is the same, plus 7. All are same. Similarly, for the 0, 1, 1, 0, it's a plus 6 in this format also, and in this format also it is repeated as 6 only. So for all the positive numbers, you can see it's the same. So plus 7 to plus 0, plus 7 to plus 0, plus 7 to plus 0, you can see the representation is same. For every binary representation, the respective representation in sign and magnitude and ones complement, twos complement are the same. The difference comes from after when representing negative numbers. So you can see 1, 3 zeros. 1, 3 zeros. So in sign and magnitude, we call it as minus 0. It is repeated as minus 0. In ones complement, it is minus 7, and twos complement, it is minus 8. Similarly, for the remaining, all the remaining, you can see that there is a difference for the negative number representations. And you can see if the starting most significant bit MSB is 0, we call it as positive number. So these are all zeros, so we call it as positive numbers. And if the most significant bit is 1, we call them as negative numbers. Okay, these are equivalent representations. Okay. So how do we get sign and magnitude? We already seen this represent the sign. So 0 means plus. And 3 ones we already know in the binary. 3 ones is represented when we in the previous table we had seen 3 ones means it's a 7. So binary representation 3 ones we already know it's 7. Similarly 0 means plus and 1 1 0 it's a 6 in sign magnitude. So it's the same here. And similarly when we come here you can see 1 means it's a negative and remaining 3 zeros you can see it is 0. So first bit in the sign magnitude, it's the first bit is representing the sign. So 1 is minus. 1 means it's a minus. So this bit represents, most significant bit represents the sign. So 1 means minus and 0 1 0 means it's a 2. And similarly here 1 means minus and 0 1 1 is 3 and so on. And similarly when we look at the ones complement, how do we get ones complement? The positive is no problem with the positive, it's the same with the other two formats also, or with the binary representation also, it's the same decimal representation, something like binary to decimal representation. But thing is in the negative values, when you look at the negative values, you can see how do we get this 1 1 0 0 is how it is represented as minus 7. So it's something like to get the binary representation of minus 7, what we do is we will take equivalent plus 7, that is 0 3 1s, and we will complement it. We change, instead of 0 we will make it 1, and whenever we have 1 we will make it 0. So that is a complement. So we'll see it in the next slide how this ones complement and twos complement are calculated. Okay. So here you can see in ones complement negative values are obtained by complementing each bit of the corresponding positive number. So for example, ones complement of this one, that is plus 5. So I want to calculate ones complement of 0 1 0 1. So what do? I do the complement of this one. What is the complement of this one? Replacing 0 with 1 and 1 with 0. Then we get the complement. So complement of this one is, so instead of 0 I made it 1, instead of 1 I made it 0, and 0 for 0 I made it 1, and for the 1 I made it 0. So this is a complement. So 0 1 0 1 complement is 1 0 1 0. Okay, and how do we get a minus 5 here? Here we already know the first bit is the sign. So 1 means minus, and wait. Plus 5 0 1 0 1 and minus 5 So 1's complement is 0, 1, not 1. S plus 5 is 0, 1, not 1. Okay. Okay. So it's like first we will take the plus 5, which is 0, 1, 0 in the binary format. And what we do is we complement of 0, 1, 0, 1. It's a 1, 0, 1, 0. And this 1, 0, 1, 0, we look into the table. So 1, 0, 1, 0, you can see it's a minus 5. So whenever we want to make a 1's complement, it's like we do, we take the actual binary format and we'll make the complement of it. So we get is the 1's complement. Okay. So similarly, you can see that 2's complement values are obtained by adding 1 to the 1's complement. So first we will calculate the 1's complement. So for example, for the 2's complement, you can see we will take actual the binary format number 3. It is represented as 0, 0, 1, 1. And first we'll calculate the complement of this one. We get is this one. So complement of this, instead of zeros, we get is 1, 1, and instead of 1, 1, we have is 0, 0. So we get the first 1's complement we will calculate, and for this 1's complement we add 1. So this is the addition we are doing. So adding these two, at the end we have is 1, 1, 0, 1, and 1, 1, 0, 1 in the 2's complement you can see 1, 1, 0, 1 we have is minus 3. 1, 1 the minus 3. So it's something like plus 5. When we do a 1's complement, we get is minus 5. For plus 3, when we do the 2's complement, you get is minus 3. That is binary format. On the binary format, when you do 2's complement, you get is minus 3. So here also on the binary format number, so 0, 1, 0, 1 is a binary format which is called plus 5. When we do 1's complement on this one, what we get is minus 5. And this is the representation of minus 5 and 1's complement. Okay. So this is a representation of 1's and 2's complement. So you can see for every binary number we have is the 1's complement. These are the positive values for representing the in 1's complement, and these are the negative values for the representing the 1's complement. Similarly for the 2's complement and the positive representation, and these are the negative representation. Okay. Right. So as we already know here to represent a 4-bit binary, how many decimal values using 4-bit binary, how many decimal values we can represent. So we already seen the formula is 0 to 2 to the power of n minus 1. So with 4-bit binary, we can represent these many decimal numbers. Okay, so it's 4-bit binary. We are representing these many decimal. So the same question is with if we have, for example, 4 bits 2's complement number. Its representation is not binary. We say it as 2's complement. 4 bits which is represented in 2's complement. Then how many decimal numbers I can represent, or how many signed numbers we can say. The plus the numbers can maybe plus or minus numbers. So how many numbers I can represent with a 4-bit 2's complement number. So I have 4 bits. So the formula is this one. So we can represent from minus to the power of n minus 1 to plus to the power of n minus 1. So this n minus 1 at the top has a superscript, and from this we will subtract minus 1. This is the formula. So if it is 4 bits 2's complement number, how many values we can represent is using this formula. It's you can see we can substitute 4 here. So minus to the power of it's 3 minus 1. Sorry, it's 4 minus 1, 3. So it's minus 8 to 8 minus 1, it's 7. So the represent is, we can represent minus 8 to plus 7. So with 4 bits 2's complement representation, you can represent minus 8 to plus 7. So the same thing happened here. You can see with the 2's complement, we have to represent all the numbers minus 8 to plus 7. So minus 8 to these are all the negative numbers are represented. Next after 0, you can represent all the positive numbers. So it's simply, so when you sort out all these numbers in increasing order, they are numbers from minus 8 to plus 7. So all these are represented with 4-bit 2's complement. Okay. So for example, about 5 bits if we take, we can represent minus 16 to plus 15. So if you subtract 5 in this n, it's 5 minus 1, it's 4. So to the power of 4, it's 16. So minus 16 to 16 minus 1, it's 15. So minus 16. Similarly, 6 bits can be represent values in the range of minus 32 plus 31 and so on. So you need to increase the bits if you want to represent more numbers, which comprise of minus and plus either side of the 0. Okay. And out of all these 3 numbers, that is 3 representations, sign magnitude and 1's complement and 2's complement, it's a like 2's complement system is the most efficient method for performing addition and subtractions in the computer. Okay, when compared to all the 3. And this is something like clockwise representation of all this table, the same table we had seen just now. This is the table I'm talking about. So the same equivalent binary numbers and its 2's complement. Okay. So the same this 2's complement represented in a clockwise. You can see the same starting from maybe here 0. All 4 zeros plus 1, 0, 0, 1 plus 2. So these are 2's complement representation of 4 bits. Each is 4 bits. So these are the 2's complement numbers, and equivalent you can say something like the representing the positive values and also the negative values. So as you can see, these are all we already know. Plus 1 is 1, 2 is 10, 3 is 11, 4, 100, 5, 6, 7, 8. After 7 you can see 0, 1, 1. You can see it again starts from the negative numbers minus 8, minus 7. So minus 8,000 is minus 8. Minus 7 is 1001. So looking at the number also, we can say what this number exactly is. For example, 130s. We already know first bit is sign, right? So 1 means it's a minus. Simple technique to see what the number exactly the number is. So these are 2's complement number. Minus 8 is 1000. So 1 means it's a minus symbol, and remaining you can see is something like a 8. The entire number you represent like 8. Similarly, we know in the binary it's 130 is 8 and 1 is the symbol. And similarly, if minus 7, how do we get minus 7 from this number? Actually, in the binary format, this is 8 plus 1, it's a 9. In binary format, it is 9. But in 2's complement, we are calling it as minus 7. But how do we looking at this number? How do we say it is how we can say it's 2's complement equivalent of this one? So in this way, how do we get this minus 7 from here? So 1 is, we already know the first bit, the MSB bit, most significant bit. If it is 1, it is minus, here minus. Next is the entire number 130s we call as 8 minus 1. 8 minus 1, it's a 7. It's a simple technique. Looking at this number, we can say what is the equivalent number representation. For example, this one. 1 means minus, yeah, minus symbol. Next is 130s. Assume 3 positions. 130s, it is 8 minus, what is 10? It's 2. 8 minus 2, it is a 6. Similarly, here also 8 minus 3, it is 5. 8 minus 4, it is 4. But symbol minus, how do we get? Because first MSB is 1. 8 minus 5. 8 minus 6, minus 2. 8 minus 7, 1. And how do we get minus? Because MSB is 1. Similarly, for all zeros. So this is a simple technique to convert the negative numbers, or looking at the binary representation, you can, that is 2's complement representation, you can tell the actual negative number it represents. Okay, right. These are some circular representation. Okay. So first we look at we need to look at the addition and subtractions in signed numbers. So before that we will go with the addition of unsigned numbers, the numbers which do not have any sign. By default all are positive numbers. Okay, addition of unsigned means the numbers without any sign. So you can see these are sample additions. You already know 0 0 is 0. When you add 1 0, it's 1. 0 1 is a 1, and 1 1 is written as 1 0. And remember, this 1 is carry out. We call this one as carry out. These are terminology you need to remember. So 1 1 0. In general additions we do carry. So whatever we carry to the next position we call as carry out. And this carry out becomes a input for that is we can say carry in for next position values. This carry out becomes carry in for other numbers. Okay, we will see how this runs. So remember, the addition will be done from right to left. So there are only 2 bits here. But if you have multiple bits, the addition starts from right and will move towards left. And remember, the carry will carry out. It becomes carry into other values, and it propagates the carry outs as carry-ins to other positions. Okay. So from right to left we will move the same point. So carry out from a bit pair becomes carry into next pair to the left. Okay, just now I had told you a carry out from right becomes input to the carry into the left pair of bits. Okay, so when adding unsigned numbers and numbers without any sign, a carry out of 1 from the most significant bit position indicates that an overflow has occurred. So we'll see an example. This is an example. You can see we are trying to add these 0 3 1s and 1 1 0 1. You can see 1 1 we get is 1 1 is 1 plus 1 is 1 0. So 0 will keep here and 1 is a carry out. It is a carry out, and this carry out becomes the 1 becomes carry in for this one. So we'll add that 1 plus this one. We have again 1 0. So 0 will be here and 1 will be a carry out, which will become carry in here. So again now we have that 1 which we got from here. It becomes here carry in. That 1 plus these 2 ones. So 1 plus 1 plus 1. 3 ones here. It becomes again 1 1. So we will keep 1 here and another 1 carry out. So it becomes carry in for this here. So carry out from here becomes carry in for these 2 numbers. So we got 1 here as a carry out, carry in. So 1 plus 1, it's 1 0. So you can say actually the 4-bit, we have only 4-bit position, but we have some extra bit here, which is something like a carry out here. Okay, so it's something like we call it as overflow. Overflow has occurred because we have only 4 positions, but the value, the end result we have is more than 4 bits. So we have a 5th bit here. So this one we call as overflow, and this is in unsigned integers. In unsigned integers we call it as overflow. Remember, we are discussing about unsigned numbers, numbers without any sign. So this is a number without a sign, this is a number without a sign. We are trying to add them, and when we got more than the number of bits they can accommodate, we tell as if we call it as carry out, and we can also call it as overflow. Okay, this is the situation in unsigned numbers. But when we look at the signed numbers, this is not the scenario. There are a few conditions we need to flow to detect overflow. Okay, but in the unsigned numbers, this is a simple method to detect the overflow. This is a situation of overflow where due to this 1 we have a overflow. Okay, so another example, a 4-bit unsigned number, numbers without any sign, similar way like the one we had seen in the last slide. So we are trying to add 7 and 6. 7 we already know binary representation 0 1 1 0, and 6 0 1 1 0. So these are the binary representations. because there are no sign, they are unsigned. So we can represent unsigned numbers with the normal binary numbers. No need of ones complement or twos complement or sign and magnitude method required. So these are plain binary numbers. 7 representation, 6 representation we are trying to add. So you can see we are trying to add 1 and 0 here. We have the output is 1. And remember, by default we are taking some sign in. Carry in. C in means it's a carry in. So here by default carry in is 0 because at starting we don't have any carry. So by default we will take it 0. Every time at the starting carry in will be 0. Later when we are adding 1 0, we have 1 here, we don't have carry. So obviously the carry out from here will be 0. Carry out from after adding these two 1 0, we don't have carry out, right? So by default it will be 0. And similarly we add these 1 plus 1. So again we have a 1 0 now. So 0 will be here and 1 is the carry out, and this becomes carry in for this here. Again 3 ones we will add, so it's a 1 1. So 1 here and 1 here. So this 1 is a carry out. So this 1 becomes carry in for this one. Okay. So finally we have 1, the carry in we have, plus 0 and 0 we have is finally 1. So remember, one important thing you need to remember is at every point we have is 3 bits. We are trying to add 3 bits. Yes. One is the actual value. So these 4 numbers represent X. These 4 numbers represent the Y. So you can say this one is X, this one is Y, this is the carry in. Similarly, here you can see this is the X, this is the Y, and you can see this is actually carry out from here, but this becomes carry in for this one. So we can say this one has a carry in. So we are adding X, Y and carry in, and we get is finally this one. Similarly, here also we'll add this one, X, Y and the carry in, and we get is 1 1. 1 here and 1 here. This becomes carry in for this one. Similarly, we add X, Y and carry in. So at any position we are adding X, Y and carry in. So based on these three, we will make a truth table. What are the various possibles in the truth table? Okay. So the same thing is repeated here. So when we add 2 numbers, we have a carry in from the right side, and we can carry out also. Okay. Okay. So we look at the truth table in the upcoming slides about these 3. So remember X, Y and carry in. We add these 3 and we have the result here of the sum. Similarly, X, Y and the carry in. So now the topic is addition and subtraction of signed numbers, the numbers with some sign, that is plus or minus sign. So we already know how do we represent the plus and minus. 0 is represent the positive and 1 represent the negative numbers. Okay. So example of 4-bit positive numbers is these are the positive numbers, because we at the starting we have is they are the positive numbers because at the starting we have is zeros, and these are the negative numbers because starting they have is ones. Okay. So how do we do these additions? So I want to add 2 numbers. So we have add and subtract rules. To add 2 numbers, for example, this is the rule we have to add 2 numbers. Add their n-bit representations, ignore the carry out bit from the most significant bit, and add them and ignore the carry out if we have the extra carry out from the most significant bit. Ignore it. This is the addition rule. Okay. So here you can see these are the 2 for the -5. These are the 2's complement representations. So for the additions, you can see we already discussed like 2's complement is used for efficient additions and subtractions. Okay. So if you want to internally to represent addition and subtractions inside a computer, we will go with the 2's complement. So I want to add -5 and -2. And when we add these two, we already know the result will be -7. But internally computer, how it will do it? So -5 in 2's complement representation, -5 we call as 1011. When you look at the table, you can see 1011. And I had said the technique also. How do we get these binary numbers? The technique I had told you, the 2's complement, for example, -5. Minus means I already said 1. And how do we represent 5? 130 is 8 minus this is 3. We get is 5. So this is a -5 representation. Similarly, this one, this entire number 1, 3 positions, 3 zeros, we call it as 8. 8 minus this one. What is this 110? It is a 6. 8 minus 6. 8 minus 6. It's a 2. So 1 we have, so that's why it's minus and remaining 2 minus 2. So the technique I already told you. While looking at the slide which has the circular representation of 2's complement numbers. Okay, so simple, just at the moment remember -5 in 2's complement representation is 1011 and -2 is these are the two negative numbers. So -2 is represented in 2's complement in this way. Okay, so when we add these two numbers, you can see it's 10, it's the 11. So we will have a carry here 1 and 0 here, and 11 again we will add. It becomes 10. So 1 carry here, carry out, and it becomes 0 here. And here we have is 3 ones. So 1 here and another 1 here. So this one which popped out here from the most significant bit additions, after adding these two, 1 extra bit popped out. So this we will ignore. And finally we get is the actual value result. So here the whatever one we got it, we had discarded it. This one extra one we had removed it, discarded it, and we had considered only these 4 bits. Because it's a 4-bit representation, it's a 4-bit representation. So if we have 5th bit, we are discarding it. Okay, so the left out one 1001, this is the 2's complement. In 2's complement, this one we call as -7 only. ఎందుకంటే నేను ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పాను 130 అంటే 8 minus 1, it's 7. It's 7 and starting is 1 because it's minus. 1 means minus, 0 means plus I said. So 1 minus 5. This is the add rule. We are adding -5 plus -2. This is addition done, and this is a rule. To add n-bit representations, ignore the carry-out bit from the most significant position. Most significant position అంటే left extreme. ఇక్కడ యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏదైనా క్యారీ ఎక్స్ట్రా నెంబర్ వస్తే దాన్ని ఇగ్నోర్ చేయండి, మిగతా 4 నెంబర్స్ని కన్సిడర్ చేయండి. దట్ విల్ బి యువర్ రిజల్ట్. మా ఎనీ డౌట్ ఇన్ దిస్ పార్ట్, అడిషన్ రూల్? If you have any doubts, please ask me, or else we'll go with the next slide. Now we'll see few other examples of add rule. Some example of addition in 2's complement system. All are 4-bit examples. 4-bit values we are trying to add. And after adding, they must be within the range. What is the range of 2's complement? All the values of 2's complement will be -8 to +7. Just now we had seen in the circle all the values from -8 to +7. So within e range lopale undali మనం యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు వచ్చిన వాల్యూ. లేకపోతే we call as overflow. Okay, so all these values are within the range, we call as overflow. Because +5 within the range, -2 it's within the range, -7 within the range, +4 it is within the range. Okay, so this is addition, +2 and +3 we are trying to add, and 0 1 not 1. Here also is the same. here also we are adding. Actually దీంట్లో మనకు ఓవర్ఫ్లో వచ్చింది, ఎక్స్ట్రా బిట్ వచ్చింది. 1 1 ఆడినప్పుడు యాక్చువల్లీ ఇంకో 1 వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ, 111. ఇంతకుముందు చూసిందే మన ఎగ్జాంపుల్ దిస్ -5 -2. The example we have seen this, the same example here we have. ఇక్కడ మనకి ఎక్స్ట్రా వస్తుంది, దాన్ని మనం డిస్కార్డ్ చేసాము. We are left with all the 4 bits and so result -1. So +2 +3 +5 -6. We already know +4 -6 అంటే జనరల్ మనకు హ్యూమన్ మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ ప్రకారం ఇట్స్ -2. 2's complement లో చేసినప్పుడు కూడా we get is -2 only. +7 -3 in 2's complement when we do. Okay, remember all the numbers are represented in 2's complement. +3 2's complement, +2 2's complement. Is my voice audible? Is the slide visible? Examples of addition in 2's complement.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ma, are these topics covered in your any other subject? 2's complement. CR. Cover అయినాయా మీకు 2's complement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you already know. దేంట్లో అమ్మా, దేంట్లో కవర్ అయినాయి ఇవి?
Digital electronics.
డి ఇప్పుడు ప్రజెంట్ సెమ్ లో ఉంది మీకు.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So these are some additions in 2's complement, and similarly subtraction. This is subtraction rule to do subtraction of 2's complement values. The values in 2's complement. So these are subtraction rule. We want to perform x -5. What we need to do? First we need to find the 2's complement of y. So whatever you want to subtract, if it is x -5, first you need to complement, you need to find 2's complement of y. Then next you add it to x. First find the 2's complement of y, then add it. And if you want to, అంటే మీరు 2's complement find out చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే నెగటివ్ వాల్యూ రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తుంది. అప్పుడు you can write it as x plus minus y. Okay, so every time when you add two values, what you do is you will find the 2's complement of bottom value and you will add it to the top value. Okay, these are the examples of subtraction. For example, I want to add -3. minus 7 I want to do. So the end result we get is something like a this one, and similarly plus 2 and sorry, this one is plus 4, not minus 3, it is a plus 4, wrongly written minus 4, and similarly with this one plus 2 minus of plus 4. So at the end we have it is minus 2. So these are the representations. Minus 3 in 2's complement represented in this way. Minus 7 in 2's complement represented in this way. So minus 3 is representation, minus 7 representation. So if you want to subtract from this number, you want to subtract this one. It's like what we need to do is first we need to find the 2's complement of this number. So 2's complement of this number we have is this one. So top value will not change, only the bottom value we will change, find the 2's complement, and then we do the addition here. Hope you already know the subtraction. Avunamma here meeku already telusa idi here subtraction.
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. Okay. And overflow concept you already know. So in the signed numbers, the overflow is unsigned lo manaku telusu. Just MSB lo extra number add చేసినప్పుడు extra number మనకు pop out అయితే carry out వస్తే we call as overflow. But in signed numbers just మనం extra MSB యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు extra number రాగానే మనం overflow అనలేము. There are few other conditions we need to consider. These are the three conditions to detect the overflow. That is, if we add two positive numbers, when we add two positive numbers, what are these positive numbers? The MSB is 0, we call as positive, right? Most significant bit, the leftmost bit, if it is 0, we call as positive. If it is 1, we call as negative. So when we add two positive numbers and the result of the addition is negative, then we call it as, consider it as overflow. And even if you add a negative with another negative and the result is positive, then also we call as overflow. Okay, and in some scenarios, so this is the condition also we need to check. This is carry out, this is carry in. So the XOR of carry out and carry in equal to 1. That is, out of these two bits, one is 0, other one is 1. Then only it becomes 1. So in this scenario also we call as overflow, XOR of this one. So these all will be represented in the internal circuits. Okay, these are the condition for overflow. Okay, now we will get into these are the examples of some overflow additions. Example of overflow in the sign numbers. So minus 6 and minus 7. So you can see both are positive numbers. And after adding the end we have is negative number, and similarly this one. When we add these two, you get is positive number here. Sorry, negative number, it starts with 1. So this is a scenario wherein overflow is detected. Okay, so actually these things I think hope you had already done within your DE also, right? Actual concept is this one, how the logic circuit is to be designed to do additions and subtractions. We will start with 1-bit binary number addition and we will extend it to n-bit. Okay, so how will represent this addition? How will do this addition subtraction logic circuit? So we'll start with 1-bit binary number addition. So we'll take it with 1 bit. That is, we will have something like 0 0 or maybe 1 1 or 1 0. So you can see these are 4-bit addition. We already seen just now 4-bit addition, and we have the result this one. And we know this is a carry in and this is a carry out. So carry out from after adding these two, for example, adding these two, the carry out we get is it becomes carry in for these two numbers. We already discussed this one. So this is a 4-bit addition. What we will consider now is only 1-bit addition. 1-bit binary addition we will do. So this is remember this is x. This one represents the x, the top value. The bottom value what we are adding is y, and the one we have is carry in. Maybe from the right side addition. Result of right side we may get a carry in. Okay. So we have x, y, and carry. These are the three possible values. So at any moment we need to add these three and we get the result. So we already know this. How do we get this carry-in? This is maybe the result of the beside values, beside right extreme right side two values. After adding the sum of those two values, which is a carry out, becomes carry-in for these two numbers. Okay. So 1-bit binary numbers we will look at. What are the possible combinations? How many combinations possible, Amma, with the x1 x value? The x value can be 0 or 1. Y value can be 0 or 1. The carry in also may be 0 or 1. So how many? Can anybody say how many combinations of these values? Because three positions x, y, and c. Each can the possible values for each variable is it's 0 or 1, two possible. So what are how many combinations possible? Any answer? So this can be 0 or 1, this can be 0 or 1, this can be 0 1. So total combinations is 8 combinations possible, right? Because 0 0 0, 0 0 1, 0 1 1, 0 1 0, and so on combination. So this we had drawn, made a truth table. So x value, y value, and this is the carry in seen. Now diagram, this is 3 x, y, seen. So you can say x, y, and c. So all the possible values we had made it 0 0 0, 0 0 1, 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, 3 1s. All the possible values. So after adding all these three values, you can see when you add all the three numbers, this is a result. When we add these three numbers, result. So when we add 0 0 1, it is 1. So remember when we add these three numbers, we have the sum is 0. What is the carry out after adding these three numbers? There is no carry out, right? So that's why its carry out is 0. When we add these three numbers 0 0 1, the result is 1. And what is the carry out? No carry out. So 0. So if we add these three, 1, and no carry out 0. When we add these three, you can see 0 1 0 plus 1 plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is 1 0. So we keep sum becomes 0 and carry will be 1. Similarly, when we add these three, the result is sum is 1 but no carry, so 0. Similarly, when we add 1 plus 0 plus 1, it's 1 0. So we will place the sum 0 here and the carry is 1. Similarly, 1 1, when we add 1 1, it's a 0 here and here. And when we add 3 1s, the sum of 1 plus 1 plus 1 is it's 1 1. So we will keep 1 here and the carry out is 1. So in this way we have the sum is these are the values we have, carry out is these are the values we have. And we try to make an expression from this sum, which is SI. So SI equal to this expression we got. So how do we get this expression? We will see in the next class. It's already 1. So మీకు ఐడియా లేదేమో అనుకొని నేను చెప్తూ వచ్చాను. It took some time, the 1s and 2s complement interpretation. Anyhow, we have still we have more time. And one more thing is you need to submit the CRP, that's this course research paper, and even course patent also. Maybe in the next week you can submit till Thursday, because from another Friday and Saturday you can prepare for the first mid. So next week I want you to submit by Thursday these two, CRP and CPs. Okay. And these two also. Okay. Okay, these are the questions assignments for week 6. 2 questions. Dash is occurred when addition is performed on 2 operands of the same sign and result is a different sign. Then what we say? We already discussed this one. Today's class. Given x is equal to 6, y is equal to 3, perform x minus y in binary format. This one also we had discussed. Okay. So note this 2 questions for the week assignment week 6. I will take the attendance. So absent is 61. Yeah, you already intimated us me. Is next 62, 63. Okay, only 61 is absent.